Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another new game called Trickcal Chibi Go. Now we have played this in the past on the channel before. I've played the KR server last time. So this is going to be the global official version. And what is this game all about? As you can see, these are going to be the cute Chibi characters that you can obtain in the game. It features very cute looking characters with pinchable cheeks. You're there to just enjoy and admire the chibis that the game has to offer. Now if you're looking for a much more like, you know, fan service, or you're looking for like a cool looking character designs, this game is not going to have that. But the game has cute looking characters, cute robots I guess, and also like plenty of characters with cute pinchable cheeks right here. All of them has different personality I guess to a certain extent, and a very wholesome story as well. So let's talk about this game since it just launched today. I'm sure you guys are trying to figure out how to reroll as well. So let's talk about rerolling. Rerolling is going to be simple and straightforward in this particular game. You just go into the recruit section, you play until 0-4, and you try to reroll for this character right here called Yomi. Now, before we proceed, I want you guys to take everything with a grain of salt. Doesn't matter if it's from me or anyone you hear, because this game just came out today. However, there are some players that will give you advice based upon the KR server and the KR region, right? Which is going to be the home server. Now, this character here, Yomi, is going to be new and exclusive to the global server only. So therefore, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. So a lot of the information that you gather might not be applicable because Korea server is going to be a bit different, whereas global server is going to be a bit different, right? So to reroll, you play until 0-4, you come here, you do 50 pulls. Alright, that's just going to be how many amount of pulls you will be able to get, and you keep doing that process until you get her. So that's going to be the best one. So once you get that, alright, so this is going to be something to consider, right? So you are going to need to come here. You can see there's this thing called the after school greeny classroom. This is going to be the beginner quest. So there's going to be this particular thing that you can obtain. This is going to be the selection ticket that will give you the Eldin. Now what is the Eldin? If you guys play any other games, like for example if you play Nikkei, there's this thing called Pilgrims. Similar with that, it's like a light and dark. Now you can see right here, if you were to look at this particular one, they are going to give you this particular Eldin selector right here. You are going to be able to obtain either Chloe, Aya, Vivi, Zion, and Ui, right? Now these are all very strong characters. If you look at the tier list, at least in KR server, they are all ranked pretty high. Now who is going to be the best out of all of this bunch? The idea here is to obtain Vivi, and she's going to be the best one. Now the truth is about Vivi, she's a very strong tank. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Vivi is going to be this character right here. Apparently she's a very strong tank in the KR server. However, right, in global things might be a little bit different. So again, take everything, you know, you hear with a grain of salt. So there's going to be a very efficient way that you can do this as well. You can consider getting this particular one at day 7. You can see what is the difference between this and this, right? You're going to get 2 Eldin ticket. One is a selector, the one that you get in day 1, which is today. If you do all of these tasks, you can see if I do this one, alright, I do this one, link the Google account, obtain 3-star, boom, 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 get all of this, you can actually get this selector. You can go and use it right now. But ideally, if you can, you want to wait until you get this particular one, because this one is going to be an Apostle Eldin random recruitment ticket, alright? It is going to be between Vivi, Ui, Aya, Chloe, and Zion, right? So if you want to maximize and not want to get dupes, you might want to wait for day 7, use this one first because this one is a random ticket, and then only use your selector afterwards. Alright, so basically you can obtain your selector right here in the backpack. As you can see, you are going to be able to obtain between these 5 the Eldin characters. So ideally that's going to be what it is. You're also going to get this free character right here, which is a free levy ticket. Make sure you guys use that. So how do you actually reroll, right? So once you are, you know, like I mentioned, those are going to be what is important, right? You're trying to basically try to aim for the Eldin characters. Now you can use the salted method, or you can also use the emulator method, right? So which is why this video is sponsored by BlueStacks, by the way, just to let you guys know. And BlueStacks is an emulator that I'm using to play this game right now, as you guys can see. So in BlueStacks, you can basically go with multi-instance. So this is the thing called BlueStacks Multi-Instance Manager. You can basically clone an instance, you can make multiple instances, and you can launch multiple Trickcal Chibi Go game at the same time. You can run multiple ones, no issue whatsoever, and you can do that. That's going to be one of the reroll method that you can do, right? So one more method that you can use is going to be the salted method using the dot. So this is going to be how you do it. Okay, anyways, go to, again, the same stuff. Go to settings, go to others, go to user center, go to change, oh wait, change account, switch to another account right here. And then click on sign up. And then use the dot method using the same email right here. The coupon code. Oh, it's in spam folder! Guys, check your spam folder. It's in stupid spam folder. You have to put a dot somewhere in the email. So for example, let me see if I can... Let's say your email is email gacha@gmail.com. Let's say this is your email. You cannot do a +1, you cannot do a .1, but you can do like dot, or you can do like dot. Does it make sense? You have to use a dot. It will still send back to your send email, but you cannot add a number. It doesn't add this one, and this one doesn't work based on what I've tested. But what I'm doing right now is I'm putting a dot right here. Alright? Just put a dot. It will send back to your same email. So if you guys are interested to check out BlueStacks, I'll have the referral link in the description below, so you guys can, you know, if you guys want to play this game on PC, because the game unfortunately do not have a PC client. It's only available in Android, iOS, and of course, if you want to play it, on the PC, you have to use an emulator, right? So I'll have a referral link for that, right? So reroll for Yomi, get VV later on from the selector. That too is going to be enough for you to push forward in the game, right? Yomi, VV. Oh yes, during reroll you can also use 2 more coupon codes to help you out, to give you 10 extra tickets. One is going to be this one, YOMILOVEU. This one is going to give you 10 tickets, and then one more is going to be TKRANKIN. The rest will still give you resources, but not tickets, right? If you care about tickets, is this one and this one, just for you to reroll easier, right? So I'll link all the coupon codes in the description below as well. Make sure you guys use all of them. It is pretty generous so far. Let's talk about the tier list. Right now, if you look at the top rankings right now, so Pre-1 has a tier list for the KR server, but no global yet, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt. Right now, you can see the current character that we have right now, again in global, which is going to be this girl right here, Yomi, right? It is going to be exclusive to global, right? She's not there in the KR version, so you can see right now she's not here, but she is going to be very, very strong. Pretty much all of these characters, you can see right there, these are the top ones, right? So in terms of selector, there's going to be one more selector that I believe you are going to be given out, and I think a lot of players are going to ask that as well. So if you go to the backpack right here, you can see one more selector right here. This one is going to give you the mystical 3-star apostle selection. This one is going to give you between Diana, Velvet, Benny, Portia, and Margot. Now honestly, you can just use this selector to pick anyone right here. None of these characters are actually in the high rankings. I think Portia and Diana, I believe, are the highest ranking one, but even then they are like tier 2, which is like a B tier, right? They are not tier 3, so they are not in the top tier. So if you're looking for like a decent character, I guess Portia, Diana would be the selection depending on who you have, but it's not going to be that important. Personally, I'm going to get Velvet just to be able to complete my mono element. That's going to be my focus, just so that I can get that team going on, right? Because that's going to be much more bonuses and buffs as well. So Velvet, alright, so that's going to be what it is, as you can see right there. So let's talk about what other things that the game has to offer, because the most important thing is going to be the gameplay. But let me show you guys in terms of 2 things, which is one is going to be the dungeon. As you can see, we got Secret Bakery right here. This is going to be where you can farm the gold, I believe, and then you got the... Wait, that's going to be where you can farm the level up materials. The gold is going to be right here in the Gold Thief Attack GTA. Very, very cool meme. And then we got Sugar Free. So this is going to be where you can farm a specific skill material right here, right? And A lot of these are going to use a separate currency. They call it a star candy. Let me jump into it. I'm going to show you guys how the combat is going to be all about. So starting off, you are going to be able to put your characters, 6 characters, at least you can see right here, right, 0 out of 6. So I'm going to use this character right here. So this is going to be this girl called Root, right? You can see there's this line in front. That means she's a front lane character. You can also set up a mid lane character, which is Yomi right here. As you can see, I've rerolled for her. Alright, and this is going to be how she is. And then I will put a bunch of other characters. I'll put one girl at the back. So this is going to be Emilia. And then I am going to set up, I believe Portia is going to be at the back as well. And then I will want to put up one more character at the back that I can use. Front lane, middle lane, back lane. There's also this thing right here, which is going to be the synchronization between the apostles, right? So mono element do have an advantage. Alright, so you are actually encouraged if you want to bring in mono element. As you can see, deploy 2, you're gonna get all of that. But if you can deploy one same element, that's pretty much seems to be the meta, right? But regardless, I will jump into the battle because I want to show you guys a little bit more about the combat. So you can see, this is going to be how it is. So in this particular gameplay, your strategy is going to be focused on trying to upgrade your characters. So for example, if I get this card right here, I can upgrade this robot to 2-star. Alright, and this is going to be the points, the left there, that's the points that you're going to use to upgrade your character stars, right? So you can upgrade the rarity up to 5 stars in the battle, and then there's this thing, there's going to be a perk, some sort of spell that gives you bonus buff, right? For example, attack speed and crit damage. This is going to be very expensive, and you can use this as well to give you more of that. So let's take more stars for Yomi. We try to work on that. Soda Capsule, what does this do? Defense increase, recovers all apostles SP. Oh, that is pretty good, right? So let's see, I can also lock this if I want to. If I get something good, I can lock it for now. Let's take one for Root. We didn't get anything there, so let's just start first wave. So the battle for this one is going to consist of 5 waves. You can see in the top of the screen, that is going to be how it is. You can see right there, pretty easy, one-shotting it. Let's take Yomi right there. Let's take Maestro Mark II. And then we got Yomi right here. I'm going to lock it. I want to try to get 5-star Yomi. Yomi is very, very strong. She is a pretty flexible character that can do almost everything. Alright, so she can debuff, she can also buff. Take Yomi right here to 4-star. This one is going to give defense increase. I don't think I need that as much. Alright, let's just proceed then. So obviously the game is very auto friendly. If you want to, there's full auto as well, but that's the battle system, that's the gist of it, right? Basically it's a combination of it. I do sort of like the combat system, right? It reminds me a little bit of like Teamfight Tactics sort of in a way, right? But there are some gachas in the past that have used similar combat style, right? Combat system. But other than that, you know, the game is going to have a lot of other things that's, you know, most basic gachas do have. For example, PvP, there's raid bosses, there's going to be farming for this stage, etc. And then you progress in the story. And of course, there's gears or equipments that you can put that's unique to that particular battle, right? So you can see those are the ones. Okay, so I believe this is the last wave of enemies. Okay. So this stage is relatively easy, right? So let me see if I can show you guys a little bit of a harder stage, right? Now, in terms of leveling up your characters, there's going to be a couple of aspects right here. For example, let me see if I can show you. In terms of my Yomi right here, obviously you can drag the cheeks if you want to. But when it comes to level up, it is going to use this particular thing called the macarons, right? But you are going to basically be tied to your account level, right? So for example, you cannot exceed my account level, which is fine. There's going to be this equipment right here, similar to Princess Connect, or maybe if you guys play Blue Archive, same concept. So if you want to upgrade all of these gears, for example, this one, I believe I have this gear right here. The one that I don't have is this particular one. So I can click on the craft, I can go here, try to sweep 5-1. Alright, let's say I click sweep. I need 10, right? So you can see it basically mentions how many you need here. Sweep 2 times. Okay, so very cool quality of life, right? That should be enough. So now I can equip all of these. I can just rank up all of them. And then this is going to give you a bunch of stats, right? So you can see like getting all of these gears increase your CP from 11,000 to 18,000. So that's a lot. That's like a lot of you know, stats increase overall. So that's going to be the one that you want to go with. Alright, leveling up your characters, equipments. There's also skills, alright, like you saw earlier. We got each character has like in total of 4 skills, I guess. Fresh skill, senior skill, passive and normal attack. But the one that you can enhance is going to be this one. You're going to need the materials accordingly, right? So I still don't have enough of that. It's going to be star up, so every character, doesn't matter of the rarity, can be starred up regardless. So that part is pretty cool. And then we got board right here. This is going to give you some sort of stats on every one of these nodes, right? It's going to give you bonus stats accordingly. So you can either go left or right and try to get some of these bonus stats depending on which route you want to go with. Right, so you ideally want to try to get all of this. It's going to give your characters small minor little stats across the board, right? And you're supposed to basically build all of them accordingly. Now, of course, there's also this thing called cards, which is going to be something that you can basically pull as well. But I don't think it's going to be worth it. Ideally, sometimes you get them in your combat. There's artifact cards and there's rune cards as well. So depending on, you can see some of the cards, you know, if you get dupes, you will be able to increase their, I guess, effectiveness in combat, right? So this one is going to increase the crit rate 11% to like 14.8%. Not too bad right there. And of course, there's also going to be this particular card, which is going to be the rune card as well, that you can also, you know, like some of these are going to give you the stuff alongside, right? So it doesn't matter which one is it, there's also going to be equipment that you can equip. Those are going to be what you can use in the combat. So right now the game do give out plenty of pools. You can basically access everything in the quest right here. As you can see, it is going to be quite insane. I'm going to charge my star candy one time. You can claim plenty of rewards to be had for the first couple of days. So far I've done a total of 150 pulls, so that is going to be insane. So I highly recommend, if you guys want to, like, you know, if you're looking for something more relaxing, something more chill, casual game, this is going to be, right? Trickcal Revive. I do think that the game has relatively decent quality of life, and you know, so far I'm guessing it's like a Blue Archive, Princess Connect, a hybrid of those games. If you're looking for something that's much more casual, then this is going to be the recommendation, right? So yeah, with that being said, that's gonna be it for this particular video. Let me know what you guys think of Trickcal Chibi Go. If you guys are interested, make sure you guys check out the link in the description below. Big shout out to BlueStacks for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.